Pull up. Hey, this is the pull up show. We still got the key in the dough.
Welcome to another Tony and Tony All Things podcast. This is the pull up edition, and I need you to pull up on me. All right. This is about the Clemson Tigers versus SMU, and yes, we got beat. Guys, I don't think we're going to be able to go to the ACC championship because, fortunately for us, and not fortunately for Pops, Miami did lose. They did lose. But now we are 2-3 in the ACC, and Cade did not play, and I showed you last week we needed him to play, and he did not. So, let's just go in and just dive in and look what happened. As you can see, we didn't even score in the first quarter. We came back in, and we're thinking, okay, 16-7, we could probably come back, and we just could not score on every drive that we got. Yeah, when you look at the stats, you're looking like, man, the backup did good. Wow. But our run game sucks. Our run game sucks. 35 yards to their 139. That's not doing anything. And we couldn't stop Jordan Hudson. I mean, you could say they couldn't stop TJ Moore, but Jordan Hudson was all over the field. We have a problem. We had 3 fumbles. No interceptions, only 1 was lost, but at the end of the day, ball security really took us down, and we couldn't get to the right field positioning even if we tried. As you can see, we did have 1 interception, and I just really want to point out, as I said before, I know I said that we had a safety back there that could really do some things and he could clutch up. He got burnt quite a few times down the field on some posts and on sluggo routes. And I don't think I want to mention that ever again. And I won't even point him out on here because I don't want to feel embarrassed that I shouted him out last time. But I do believe if Cade was playing, it would have been a different dynamic. I don't know if that would have changed anything on the defensive side, but when you have your star player in the game, people get a little more hype, people do a little better. And this just looks like one of those years where you kind of just hope that the next quarterback that we get is official. I know Christopher seems like a good quarterback. I know it seems good to have him, but you're kind of wanting somebody just explosive. You kind of want someone with a bigger name to get this program back going and just exciting, or sign a 5-star or have some hopefuls to come in, because right now this season's looking like a fail for Clemson. Now, I will say Kevin Jennings did have a pretty good game. Kevin Jennings definitely spread the ball around. He had a lot of different targets. He had a lot of different people that he was trying to give the ball to, but Jordan Hudson just tore us up. We also had this collapse whenever it was just long plays, like the 70-yard bomb here, 25-yard play. We just had a lot of collapse, and we just had a lot of explosive plays that we should have really wrapped up, came downhill, and tackled. And I was really hoping that when we looked over at our defense side, that we would have had, where is he? Will help have some more sacks. I know he combined it with Wade Woodaz for that 1 sack, but I was really hoping for maybe 2 or 3 sacks from him this game. He didn't really show out. And Avion Terrell, I mean, as much as he did have a pass deflection he was covering. But then again, I would like to have seen him cover Jordan Hudson a lot more, or I would have seen him do a lot more one-on-ones with him instead of being on the other side of the ball where basically they just got exposed. So I still believe Avion Terrell is going to be a good pick in the NFL draft, but with the Clemson Tigers just sinking further and further down, not getting anywhere closer to what they need to be, it's just kind of upsetting. As you can see, we're still in the middle of a pack. We're just not doing well. I mean, Miami's right above us, but Georgia Tech and Virginia and SMU are just pulling away. There's no way that we're going to be able to really come back up out of this unless these teams just lose all their ACC games, which would also take them out of playoff contention, which that's just not really going to happen. So this year, this looks like a rebuild year for us. We need to win 6 games so we can get to a bowl game. I'm really hoping that when we get to this bowl game that it can really show some difference for us, that we can do a little better. But man, oh man, I feel like I'm just a repeating disc. We literally have time and time again done terrible in the run game. The run game has been a legitimate kryptonite for us. If we cannot run the ball, we will not be able to do anything else besides throw. We become one-dimensional, and teams can just play back, and it makes it hard for us. I mean, honestly, you could say, oh, yeah, we basically completed almost half of all of our third downs, and you could say, oh, well, they didn't complete half of their third downs. But when I look back at this game and I look back at what was going on, without the run game, you put your backup quarterback in a position of making plays on the regular plays that you would hope Cade Klubnik would make, or you're hoping that your star players, as you can see that jump ball up there in the corner, that they just make catches and use their athleticism to do good things. But at the end of the day, it really comes down to looking at this defense, hoping this defense can come through, and really not seeing that. Seeing that when it came down to the real game, when it came down to the clutch plays to stop them, nothing was stopping SMU from getting in the end zone and always coming out one more step ahead of Clemson. We had the game close multiple amount of times, but every time that we needed a key stop, we just didn't do it. So I don't really see us really coming back up in the ACC. I know we had hope last week with Cade Klubnik playing, but since he's not playing, I do not have hope, okay? So that's really about it. I'm not going to say much about Dabo. I'm not going to say much about anything about that because I still believe Dabo is a good coach, but we also got to realize that every year, at least one of these coaches are going to have a bad year. You're hoping that it doesn't happen that way. I just hope that this stint for Clemson not being at the top of the line, you know, the number one, how they always have been in the ACC, that this is the one year that it's a down year, and then next year it picks back up. But Miami, you guys still have a chance. You guys are still ranked high. So I know that's my pop's favorite team. So I'm just hoping that Miami can come through and that Clemson can help them out by beating some teams that need to be beat. But that really being said, that's really about it. I mean, proof is in the pudding, they said. And as I'm looking at it, we just got beat fair and square. There's no cheating. There is no refs did this or Dabo in the coaching. We just got outright beat. So I know the Giants won. I was a little heated, but this one just kicked off my weekend for me just to feel like, well, I feel something bad's about to happen, and guaranteed both my teams lost. So that right there, ladies and gents, is the Tony and Tony pull-up edition. I appreciate you guys. And if you're rooting for Clemson still, I guess you're a true fan just like me. If not,
pull up. Hey, this is the pull-up show. We still got the key in the door.